Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here with lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. You've been through 20 long, frightful nights. You've seen their faces, felt all their lives. You know our show is so far from over. And Freddie told us you're an organ donor. All eyes are on you. We can walk you through all that fantasy, learn what you've gone through. We can teach you to love naturally. You thought the nightmares and the biggest dreams. We're all still right here. So let's get funny. We're feeling festive. Join the party, we'll try hard not to bite. Anger is restless. Don't hold it against us, we're alright. The fun is starting. A celebration that lasts eternally. I'm always watching, because somebody bad will murder me. We'll be found down deep underground. What have I done to deserve this damnation? Who knows if you're the one to blame? 'Cause we don't even know your name. But you're here now, and we've got temptations. We're only playing, just wanted to make a few new friends. You plan on staying. When you're with us, the party never ends. You might look at me and think you're going crazy. I lost it long ago, you're my little baby. Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here we're lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. And we would love you to Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here we're lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. You've been through 20 long, frightful nights. You've seen their faces, felt all their lives. You know our show is so far from over. And Freddie told us you're an organ donor. All eyes are on you. We can walk you through all that fantasy, learn what you've gone through. We can teach you to love naturally. You thought the nightmares and the biggest dreams. We're all still right here. So let's get funny. We're feeling festive. Join the party, we'll try hard not to bite. Anger is restless. Don't hold it against us, we're alright. The fun is starting. A celebration that lasts eternally. Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here with lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. You've been through 20 long, frightful nights. You've seen their faces, felt all their pride. You know our show is so far from over. And Freddie told us you're an organ donor. All eyes are on you. We can walk you through all that fantasy, learn what you've gone through. We can teach you to love naturality. You thought the nightmares and the biggest really.
Oh, hello! I am late as shit today. Oh my god, what are we doing over here? Hi everyone, I was busy painting stuff in my house pink, which I love doing, but also I quickly realized that, raise it up, that I was very late. So hello, welcome to another Big Brother Watch Party, season 27. We are going into a new HOH. How exciting! Hold on. Okay, great. Everything's working. And I need to pull it up. We have a bunch of shit going on in the house today. Ashley's a renom, and she's really mad about it. And she tried real hard today to kind of convince Lauren into a different direction. But I think Lauren did a good job as Ashley tried to kind of fake pity her into not nomming her. I think I think Lauren didn't listen to that so well, which I'm actually kind of proud of, because so far her HOH has been a bit tough, and a bit on the sidelines in ways that I wish it wasn't. But we'll get to all that. I'm setting everything up now. I am late. Okay. Great. We've got all this here. Oof, okay, great. We are online. I hope everybody's having a good night. I need to fix the settings on my lights even. But Big Brother is starting, so we'll get into it, and then I'll talk to y'all more at the commercial. I forgot Keanu said that thing about 1 by 1. What a strange thing to say to a house full of your ops. Apparently this HOH is a quiz of sorts. J-Bone. And everyone's all mad at Adrian for trying to get Lauren to not nom him, and it's like, I don't know what you thought he was gonna do. He's gotta play the game. He stayed up late, got his job done. Hey Summers, how you doing? Thank you for the bit. I'm a mess tonight. I was painting and lost track of the stream starting. They brought back the Will Lemon Drop line. Of course they did. I couldn't. That shit was really funny. I wish Julie hadn't immediately taken it back. Like, it was funny. Let it be funny. better? This light? There we go. Jimmy loves that he called her a snake. He's like, I'm the snake of the season. I'm the snake, blah, blah, blah. Rachel has also maneuvered herself into an excellent position in this house this week. I just realized we don't have Mickey's power up on the screen here. And we should. There we are. All right, I'm so curious to see how this edit goes. I love these girls, but they all seem like they're acting. Nope. And I know it's sincere, but I just feel... I love Rachel. I just feel bad. Nostalgic Mimi, thank you for the follow. Hello. Welcome on in. Also, that tells me our alerts are not working. Okay, Keanu, too many hands on Adrian. Chill out. Bro. Let's see if the follower event is working. It is! I don't know why I didn't do it for you. I'm so sorry. This is only 2 nights ago. I really want the Ava and Rachel final 2 very badly. And we do know now that they're taking it seriously. Okay. Great. Come on, girls. The way she reacted with Jimmy. Oh. So she does mean it. Their name is not great. I think they named themselves Double the Fun, but it's DTF, which I find hilarious. So. Okay, good edit of them noticing that Jimmy's kind of sucks. Jimmy always, okay, my HOH is over now. Hi, like creeping around. All right, let's see what this comp has in store, questions wise. I think a lot of people are out early, so we'll see. I love Adrian. I wanted to play a little harder, but I think he's doing a great job. This week in the house, he did some good work. I'm quite proud of how he's been playing this week, especially. Oh, we're going to have a commercial before we do the HOH. All right, that's fair enough. Yeah, apparently this HOH competition is an interesting one because I think some of the people that didn't want it so much kind of all got caught towards the end. I think it's different putting personal favorites between who will actually win. I think Adrian is both a personal favorite and someone who could actually win. I think you're right about that. Um, um, Catherine, I still can't tell what my opinions on Catherine are. It's so confusing. All right, we are in this commercial break, which means there is going to be some feeds talk, Summers. Kelly and Ava I love, but I don't have them winning. No, not necessarily. So a little bit of what's happening with the feeds this week. And if you don't want spoilers, come back at the show. But a little bit about what's happening in the house right now is that Adrian is the consideration for the renom. And I think Adrian did this really beautiful thing of Morgan and all of them were pretty upset that Morgan and all of them were pretty upset that Adrian waited all night to talk to Lauren and really spent like a good couple of hours with her. Apparently it was like 4 hours he was up in the room and basically convinced her like, don't put me up with this. And Morgan and all them were pretty pissed, being like, he only did that for the game. And it's like, that's why anyone's doing anything. Like, he played a good game and he brought up a lot of really good points. So I was actually really proud of him. You got it. So I was really proud of Adrian this week. And you know, I think it's interesting watching these two sides of the house. Ashley, you know, she wants this renom, but Ashley is, you know, the way she sat with Lauren today, and, you know, she sat there in Lauren's face trying to get stuff out of her, and, you know, people were saying, oh, she used her lawyer skills, she blah blah blah. She really didn't. Like, Lauren didn't give her anything, and Ashley, you know, kept trying to, oh, who would you align with? Who would you do this with? Who would you do that with? And Lauren just yeah, I don't know, this game is crazy. And I think it was a good deflection because, like, she's not going to try to give away her powerful stuff to Ashley. I do think it's interesting how much Lauren kind of lets Kelly miss her. Kelly is so clearly ingenuine and kind of forces intimacy with people, but some people seem to fall for it, Lauren being one of them. I can't tell what's going on with her relationship with Kat. She trusts Riley entirely, but she doesn't trust Kat entirely. You would think it would be the other way around, so I'm a bit confused about that. Riley has really well avoided the block. And I'm very confused about how that's possible. But no one seems to be looking his way. And, with Keanu, everyone's going to keep him as a target. Everybody wants him out of the house. He thinks he's playing the best game of the season. But, Rachel still kind of will align with him because she's smart. And, we'll talk more commercial again. But here we go. Twin witness news. I do enjoy the way that they're incorporating. They haven't mentioned the 25th anniversary really. I don't know why, but I like that they're bringing back players and stuff for it. I think that's really fun. Ha! Also, them making fun of those, like, what were they? Australian ladies? New Zealand? That's a long one to remember or to, like, pull from. Is this the one Rachel accidentally cheated on? No, she accidentally cheats on the veto. Well, not accidentally. We'll get into it. Would you do good at Big Brother? Or at this challenge specifically? Because for the competition, I've applied every damn year. I think I'd be awesome. But don't we all? Okay, that wasn't as many people out immediately as we thought. At Big Brother. I like to think yes, but my plan would have always been the low-key game at the beginning, and that seems to be what everyone's going towards now. So it's funny, I was thinking about how my strategy would have to be different now because now they're incentivizing winning that first HOH, where before it was like something you didn't want. So watching the game shift, I don't know anymore. What about you? Would you want to be on this? I also like, I worry about what would and would not qualify me from Big Brother as far as like medications and things like that. I don't know what's allowed in the house as far as your own mental health, or there's a lot of physical thing. Like there's all these kinds of checks that I'm not sure about for myself. Oh, Ava. For instance, Kat revealed that she's hiding from them, that she had trichotillomania, which is when you pull your hair when you get stressed. They are supposed to divulge those kinds of things because the pressure cooker of it can trigger those things. But she said she lied. Polka dot and underpants. That was true, right? I can't with Riley and his Sid the Sloth ass eyes. Oh, Mickey. Oh, she got it. That's okay. So that's the chunk that they said everyone got out. Ooh. Wow. Okay. That's why Rachel was upset 'cause she got close. But not really. Lauren is so funny. Her diary room, one of her diary rooms was at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and you can tell. This poor girl, she's so tired. Yeah, and now they're so much better with their mental health and therapists on site and stuff. I wonder what they allow versus what they don't. And they must know for themselves what works in the house and what doesn't by now. I hope they keep, yeah, I hope they use house guests all the time this week, this year. Yeah, that's the attitude you need. Except colors, you're right. This would be hard for me. Fifth was the very last one. They took a detour on third to go to fifth. It's true. So maybe I'd be okay at this game. And such was the unexpected HOH that nobody thought was going to happen this week. When those feeds came back up, we all were, what in the hell? Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's how they go, you know? They're just quick. But yeah, I don't think that's a good time for Lauren to have won it, as indicated by the week that she's been having. She's been kind of cracking under it a bit. Today, she's finding herself a bit more. So at this point, Mickey's not going to be able to use her power because everyone knows. And with her power, if you use it, the HOH gets to guess who has the power, and if they're correct, you can't use it. So she's screwed. The only thing the power can be for her at this point is a shield, because Morgan's the only one that knows the details of it. So they all know she has a power, so it can shield her a bit, but she can't use it. There's a couple people she might be able to use it on, but Mostly, it's getting around the house that she has something, and she shouldn't have told Morgan. I don't remember if she let slip to other people. I know that some of them were talking. Sorry, about the specific. For whatever reason, some of them, I think it might have come from Zach, who's her ally, realized in the dark that she really was the one who was right there when that power got won. So yeah, now it's like, it's a little tough for her to do anything with it, which is, of course, unfortunate. But yeah, so we'll see if she's able to. But yeah, so Lauren's week has been good. Well, no, it's been bad. She got really overwhelmed, and the noms that she chose were not great. I don't know why she's kind of focused on her own allies. She's so scared to rock the boat. I think that with doing what she did, obviously you can focus on Keanu and Kelly. That's easy, but the Summers, yeah, during commercials, we'll go into like live feeds typically. Did you ask a question? Oh, all-time favorite players. I can answer that real quick. And then, yeah, during the commercials, like I know if you don't want spoilers, usually at the top I'll say, if you don't want spoilers, commercial breaks, mute us down. We won't talk about spoilers during the episode. Top 3 favorite players: Tiffany from Cookout season, Nicole Franzel. I love her. And not because she was good at the game, but because she was one of my favorite players of all time, Izzy. I love Izzy. Strategically, I mean Janelle, All right, we'll continue on with some feeds talk, but then when we come back. So with selecting a bit of, the bond kind of met, and they all had that discussion with each other about, who could we get up? And everyone gave her Ashley's name. Everyone gave her Ashley's name repeatedly. Everyone, they could have chosen Riley or Jimmy, and nothing happened. She said, I don't know what to do. So when they went to Will to say, you're going to be the pawn for this, Will essentially was like, well, fuck that. But I wish Will was fighting more, because what he's done is just kind of laying down and died about it. So that makes me a bit, he's like, I'm just going to be a perpetual pawn. And it's like, fight, Will. So, we'll see what happens with that. But she had opportunities. But now that she's like, okay, I should make a move actually and put up Ashley. Ashley's all pissed. But, all right, we're back. Nat, if you're here, I just saw that comment about the lemon drop. I really wish Julie didn't take the joke back. Yeah, it's a good list. What are yours for 3 players? What's your deal? Izzy was so underrated. She got screwed in these edits. My God. And as a winner, as a story, I know this wasn't your season, but I do love Taylor. Nicole fucked. She was so good at that game. Mickey being like, if I needed to use my HOH, she knows that you have the HOH. You can't use it. And Ava's doing a good job middling right now. And Kelly being obsessed with, I'm the instigator, I'm the instigator. I'm like, oh my God. Vinny described Lauren well. She's a pure soul. And Vinny's not actually trying to take over her HOH. They keep accusing him of it. He really is trying to let Lauren know, like, run your shit. What do you want to do? I love that they started dancing as Jimmy closed the door. He could so clearly see it. It was hilarious. Close, specifically on a game level. He's always so like, I have a girlfriend who I love. Vinny is a good, yeah, like Vinny, he's smart. I can't. They literally did her DRs at 4 in the morning. She looks exhausted. Jimmy's playing way too hard. He tried to calm down this week, but like he's still doing too much. Everyone looked at her all week. Just do what's good for your game. And then like tried to steamroll her. Jimmy also does this thing where he like, hey, like tries to comfort people in ways that's like she wasn't asking for comfort. The the edit shouldn't be this. The edit should be all those conversations Lauren was having up to her noms. Mickey's not wrong, but what's crazy is like she's not in the rotation. I mean, this is again, it's a strange edit for what was important. I hope that they talk about the bond. This is a genuine moment from Rachel. Yeah, I can't tell. She is now picking up again. But she has an expectation of herself that she's now getting disappointed in. However, this here, whether she knows it or not, and I think she does because she's Rachel, is good for her game. Old Rachel's not going to win the game. This Rachel, she should look like the sympathetic, I just don't know how I can't win. I have a legacy. That's how she should play the game for a while. And is. But she does care, and I think caring is going to get her further than old Rachel. She's not going out and lighting the house on fire. She's gone soft. And I like that about her. All right, we're back at commercial. But I'm going to keep talking about this edit. I think what we need to focus on is that the Bond is talking to Kelly this whole time. And I hope, Lauren this whole time. And I hope we see it in the next 20 minutes, less, because the whole thing of Lauren's HOH is the whole thing of Lauren's HOH is that she has the opportunity to get out people like Jimmy or Mickey or Morgan or Ashley. But instead, she's so afraid and wants so much to appease everyone because everyone is afraid of making any move in this game. Jimmy thinks he's not, but he's still doing the easy things and then just making big speeches. That's not, it's very contrived. And so I hope that this edit focuses on the fact that Lauren's allies have come to her and been like, do this, do Ashley, do blah, 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 over and over and over. And then we'll see what decisions Lauren makes that, you know, create some isolation. She also has spent this week in her room. And I think that's another mistake that gets made fairly often is to just stay in your HOH room. And it's hard because people keep coming to approach you, and I know that. But you as HOH can, oh, you know what? Let's go down. Let's whatever. When you're not among the house, I think you're going to miss a lot. And then the next week, you're going to fall behind after your own HOH. And I think it's a big mistake. I also think it's important to see how the house is evolving around you, especially when there's like a renom situation and all that. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, another thing, Ava, we loved watching Ava today because the big brother kind of forgot about her and didn't wake her up till 2 p.m., which was great and really funny. But she woke up at 2 and Mickey's looking at her going, it's 9 a.m., it's 9. And then Ava just sat in her bed more and then spent a good 30 minutes just calling out everyone in her life and being like, shout out to, and then just naming people. And God, I miss when I was that young and knew that many freaking people. So that was like a lovely moment. I'm trying to think what else in the house this week has been something that I've liked, because some of these kids are driving me nuts. We also had a really beautiful moment that I need them to show tonight. I really hope they show it. Or if it's not now, I hope it's a clip they save for when it's relevant for Mickey or Ava. In that Mickey had said to Ava, it's amazing that you know who you are at your age. Until I was 34, didn't even know who I was. It was like a really beautiful, very emotional, genuine conversation between the two of them. However, Keanu interrupted it when Ava went to speak back. And I think Keanu interrupting Ava's game in this house is just killing her. Ava hates this man. And she should. He's weird with her. He is bringing her to the movie that she doesn't want to go to with him. All right, we're back. This is the next day. Ava's amazing. I really thought Ashley was playing them when this was happening to look less strong. But according to her diary room, she wasn't. She just isn't good at this. Yeah, those are some of my favorite people. Vinny's playing a killer social game. Yeah, a pizza pie. Vinny doesn't know what a pizza pie is? You call that pie as well, Vinny? This is cute. It's unnecessary. Show Lauren and her conflicting over all these noms. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's a season of a lot of likable people. Truly, like, I thought Vinny was Italian. He is Italian. He doesn't know. He's not an East Coast Italian. That's fun. Enzo and Cody. Oh my god, Enzo. Yeah, Enzo is screaming somewhere. Keanu's hygiene would drive me. I wouldn't be able to be in the house with him. Okay, great. Keanu and Lauren conversation, Kelly and Lauren conversation. Get them out of the way. Go to the meat of the story. Oh, if I could reel her in. Fuck you, Keanu. He's got no... Sorry, that was rude. That was not appropriate. These are real people. Fuck you, Keanu. He's insane. And she's over it. That living room was full of people when this happened. I don't know why they edited it like it was nobody. That room was full of people that she was looking at. But that's her tell this whole week. Lauren, she stares at the screen when she's not trying to talk to someone. She did it today with Ashley. It was hilarious. If that's how the edit's making it look, he's not. He left that room and she looked at the camera and went, I don't know why they're doing this edit to make Lauren look stupid. There was people all in the kitchen during these periods. Mickey already knew she wasn't using her power. were with them 24/7, you might. I know a bunch more because I watch the feeds 24/7, you know? I feel like if you knew everyone, and you do a good job, you know? It's like you said, though, it's feeling people out. All right, as I said, I'm hoping that this edit does something effective because there was one main problem and they are not talking about it, and it was important. I wonder if they're going to use the edit to try to make her look better, because she didn't look great. That's kind of what I told myself, is I'm like, I want to just play it. I want to play it not assuming I'd win, but not counting myself out and just enjoying the game. And be, you know, I'm not trying to go home first. I would want to make it to jury. My goal would be jury. You know, this is an hour. There's 10 minutes. There's 15 minutes left. Like, come on. My goal would be jury. If I could make it to a jury in Big Brother, I'd be so happy. But of course, I would need to tell anyone I was interviewing with is, yes, I think I can win. But I do. You know, you never know. Franzel did it, and so can I. Not that she didn't do it incredibly fucking skillfully, but I feel good about it. Yeah, if they don't show the bonds at all coming up, that's going to be disappointing. They need to show the bond. They need to show Will and Ava. Not really Zach, but Vinny. You know, they're showing her and Vinny having the conversation of who should we be putting up and why. And why should it not be anyone from our team? Lauren would be distracting. Yeah, she's really pretty. Yeah, Kat, I think, is so beautiful, and as is Morgan. Although Morgan will let you know that she's beautiful because she had a whole conversation with Rachel. She had a whole conversation with Rachel where she was talking about how pretty it is to be a hot person, and she talked for an hour about how hard it is to be a hot person, how hard it is to be pretty, and not in the way that like men can take advantage and stuff like that. That is such an important piece of that conversation. That's not what she was saying. She was just saying, like, you know, people, all they see is that I'm hot, and that's why they are into me at first, and blah blah blah. And like, I got all these jobs because I'm hot. I'm a model, but I'm not an editorial model. I'm like it's like, okay. And she was like talking about, I've gotten like a cover of this, but not a cover of that. And I was like, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan's a model, but she does like ad modeling, and she was saying like Catherine is someone who's an editorial model, and so she gets intimidated by her. But again, she talked for an hour about how it's just so hard to be a hot person. I was like, okay. Really interesting. Yeah, I mean, Morgan's so beautiful. I would think the same. She was also kind of talking about how, I mean, Kat's a skinny, gorgeous white girl, and Morgan was talking about how it's harder. She's half black, half white, I think, and she's saying even though it would seem like editorials were moving that way, it was still harder for her to find work because it's a smaller pool that they want to select from, which is super fucked up. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do Lauren and Zach. Zach's in love with Lauren. Morgan's in love with Zach. Lauren doesn't want Zach. Zach doesn't want Morgan. Yeah, I mean, like anything, it's harder because she's a woman of color. It sucks. Oh my God, Kelly. It's the way Kelly just volunteers for the block. Oh my God. And Kelly was like, but like, don't if you don't have to. It's like, Kelly, you volunteered. She's going to put you up. Kelly thinks she's Tucker. She mentions Tucker all the damn time. This is interesting. It's not a conversation from the first night. This is Adrian's convo with her from last night. And he's like, I'm not the pawn. Lauren, no one's going to consider being a potential nominee. Kelly's just insane. Don't tell me they're just going to do the nomination ceremony. Will, great. There was so much leading up to this conversation with Will that I am so devastated they didn't show. Her entire alliance was like, don't do Will, he's in our alliance. Stop putting him up. Jimmy, Morgan. Fucking Riley. You'll never put up Riley. Yeah, Felicia was just on the comp last week, too. Love Felicia. Will did not say, I get it, I get it. Will got pissed. Will made sure that people were pissed. Ava was crying and was like, I'm so sorry. We told her not to do this. Like, all these things. Will was not, he did not go down like that. This edit is so clipped. They're making Lauren look vaguely okay, and she's not. Oh, Lauren. She did cry for a very long time. Night 1. Felicia did? Oh, that makes me so sad to hear. She made that season for me. I love her. She was insane. Annoying sometimes, but mostly I loved her. She was wild. All right, so once again, this edit and what they choose to do with it is so Cirie, I think is what you mean. Cirie is Cirie. Her and Cirie were freaking dynamite together. I loved Cirie so much. I wish Cirie had played harder, and I wish that we didn't have her piece of crap son on there and it was just Cirie. That would have been so much better. But I love Cirie and Izzy's relationship. All right, so the bond is something they're not focusing on this. I don't know why. The bond is Ava and Zach and Will and Vinny and Laura. Lauren. I keep saying Laura. The bond all said to Lauren multiple times, put Ashley up. Ashley's an easy target. Who else are we considering? Tried to have that conversation throughout the night, and she just kept kind of saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And she mentioned Will as the pawn, and all of them repeatedly were like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. She went out to the yard and was like, Will, I think this is what we're going to do. And Will was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, absolutely not, bullshit. Basically blew up her own alliance. And now the problem is Ava got upset. It's a whole thing. And now this whole week has kind of been Will moping a bit in the corner. And I wish that we were seeing some fight from Will as all of this has gone on, because it's a bit disappointing to see anything defeatist, the way that Amy was. I think Will should be fighting for himself a lot harder, if we're being candid. Because I love Will. I think Will's a great game. Like, yeah, Will's doing a lot of, well, if everyone just wants me to be a pawn, I might as well fucking go home then. Just send me home. Send me home. I don't want to be a perpetual pawn. Wake up! Also, perpetual pawns win the game. Perpetual pawns get their shit together and win the damn game, because people treat them as a perpetual pawn until they become a severe threat. Come on. Get your ass up. Like, yeah, you'll see. I don't want to tell you too much about how the edit's going to go, but I don't know how the edit's going to go, because they leave so much out, but I need Will to just, like, fight for yourself a little bit. Because, yeah, it's, oh, send me home. I want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Come on. All right, we're back in the end game for nominations. All right, I might not see the screen for a minute, y'all, so 1 second. I'm gonna do something here. Ugh. Girl. All right, there we are. What would I touch? That was dumb. That was so dumb. Why did she do that? We don't know. She said, I'm going to go for my allies, I think, this week. Inexplicably. Let me tell you, Summers, me and all my friends who watch Big Brother, we have a big group chat that runs. We're screaming at her for hours that whole night and into the morning, because we all stay up all night and do all this shit, being like, don't do this. Like, and her whole, the bond was all like, don't do this. And now she, In the second half of the week, I'm not going to talk about who wins veto. In the second half of the week, she starts playing better. And I have some hope for how this is going to go down. But I'm like, girl, this whole like safe game when you do a safe game where you don't want to offend everybody, you end up offending the people that you didn't want to offend in the first place that were closer to you. So the way she's playing that is really frustrating, you know? And Vinny, everyone's like, oh, Vinny's running her HOH. He's not. He's genuinely trying to give her advice to be like, this is yours. And also, like, you need to make some moves. You can't just do this, but you can, you know? It is what it is. But that's kind of where we're at right now, you know? Okay, so we have a new HOH in Lauren. We have Will, Keanu, and Kelly on the block. Kelly volunteered. Keanu's the target, and Will is the perpetual pawn as we see it. Mickey chose not to use her power, but at this point, I don't know that Mickey can use her power. It's a little sketchy because most people know that she has the power. Morgan is the only one with the details of that power, so there's a lot of stuff that can be wielded there. If they're smart, they'll convince everyone that Morgan has the power so that anyone who would have to guess would guess Morgan, and they could keep Mickey safe and use the HOH and steal the HOH that week. But you know, we have the veto on, we're going to see the veto results on Wednesday, and we'll talk about everything there. Lauren is young. Lauren is upsettable and she's not cut out necessarily for the strength of this show. She is potentially starting to figure out in the second part of this week at least how to use her meekness to her advantage, so we'll talk more about that on Wednesday as well. Naive is a good word, yeah, for sure. Naive is a good word, and I think she's starting to figure some things out, so we'll see. But either way, Summers Bailey, so glad to have you here on the chat and Twitch. Thank you to those following on TikTok and the group chat, of course. Y'all, I can't. We will see how the rest of this week goes, and we will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. The week following, we're going to have some kind of weird scheduling, but I'll talk about that then. We'll have a chat open, but I won't be here streaming. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. So please join again on Wednesday. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your night and a good Monday if you're starting and going back to work. Summers, thank you for the bits again. Oh, look, the alerts are working. Look at it go. I also need a different GIF for that, so we're going to figure that out. All right, I will see you all on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And until then, we'll see what happens in the Big Brother house.